fishing?
Course is amazing because you get out and about. If you're stuck indoors, like me, I'm stuck indoors 24/7. Come out here and it's really refreshing. You get to make objects that you wouldn't think that you could make with ordinary knives and ordinary things, and it virtually is ordinary knives, just carving ones. And it's just really peaceful. You have food, you have tea, you get to go on the rope swing. There's loads of other things you could do as well. You go for walks if you ask Pierce nicely, and or any of you, like so. It is really good, really good.
Yeah, like you said, yeah, it's a great course. There's great people here. You get to make some new friends. A bit more social. And there's a rope swing, which is my favourite thing, to be honest. Get to make some cracking spoons, like.
It's an awesome experience. You get to be in the forest, outdoors. Might get a little muddy, but we're men. That's what we do. Get out and about. Make beautiful spoons with beautiful pieces of wood that I would never have thought I'd be able to do before. It's a new life skill that I'll treasure until I die.
Oh, I should have said that.
And I'm grateful that I can come. Really am.
Yeah, I mean.
Help me.
Yeah. And as well, like there's another good thing. You could teach, like you got that skill then. You could teach someone else how to do it. Like so, say if you're out bored one day, and like you're an adult, and like you've got kids of your own and stuff like that, you could teach them how to carve things and stuff. So then when you grow up, you've got an actual life skill to teach your kids to carry on with, and then teach their kids and stuff like that. So it's really good.
Do you think it's important for you guys to be out in the forest?
Yes, yeah, definitely. Forest.
It's been quite a journey to get here, isn't it?
I mean, in the open air as well.
It's taken us an hour to get here. Is it worth it for you guys to come all this way? I mean, it'd be easier if we just pitched up
somewhere.
In a park in the middle of town. How would that be?
No, that would not be as good as this.
Yeah, because in
a lot about coming out. Yeah. Can you hear the birds?
Yeah, it's nice because it's just us guys here. We ain't got no one else interrupting us. We ain't got no worries of anyone starting on us, right? Because like most of us here, if we have a problem, we all talk about it, and that's the bond that you gain with everyone here. You could talk, you could speak about your problems,
feel safe.
Yeah, you could come here and it's like
a safe circle.
It's like a therapy group as well, isn't it? To a certain extent, it's being out in the in the wild and being with
working
friends.
with spoons is very therapeutic.
Now, how do you feel?
Something about making something out of nothing.
How do you feel when you go home at the end of a session?
Quite bored, but I feel
want to carry on making spoons.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to carry on doing it, but I'm very bored. But I'm relieved that I come and did something in my day instead of being sat at home wasting away, or doing something with some criminal people and getting arrested and being locked up. So.
And is that something you found experience?
Yeah, a lot of the time, and so it's good now that, because where I got so bored at home, sitting in constantly, I'd go out, cause trouble just for the sake of it, get arrested, and now I'm not doing that so much. Is amazing, like, because where you've got a relief, you've got a stress relief to a certain extent. So if you get angry and you're waiting until Tuesday, and then Tuesday comes and you come up the wood and everything goes and feel peaceful, you get a knife, and you can't, not being stupid with a knife, you get a knife, dig it into a bit of wood, or go chop up some wood with an axe, and it's a good, really stress relief and anger relief, like, to a certain extent. So yeah, I don't know about these two, but when I'm here, I feel I'm safe with a knife, because at home I'm not allowed knives and stuff because of my temperament and stuff like that. So I feel in a safe environment and stuff like that with safe people and adults, and when you feel comfortable with knives, then yeah, it's perfect to come here, and you know that you're not gonna go stab someone because you got angry or something, because you've got people to talk to, you've got people to release the stress. And if you're angry and you don't really want to talk, just say to Pierce, I'm going to chop up some wood with this axe, and it'll give you a job to do. And it's the same, like any person. Like even if you're not angry, you could do any job. If you're just bored and sat there all depressed and you want to do something,
there's always something to do.
Yeah, it's the wood.
There's something quite manly about working with axes and knives that opens up something inside you that you never knew was there. Working with like manly tools and stuff which you would never have picked up before. I would never have started on a spoon. otherwise. But now I can just get a knife, a piece of wood, and make something beautiful.
Damn it.
Where we at?
Almost there.
When I can, when I got a bit of spare time, I'll go sit down at the back, especially when the weather's turning out nicely. I'll go sit there, start sanding down my spoons, getting them all nice and smooth. It is really therapeutic, not just here, out anywhere. You can take this skill that we've learnt here, you can take that anywhere.
So you got skills there, and you've also got a kind of like
Awareness.
awareness and what am I looking for? Like a sort of sense of peace here.
Yeah.
And do you think they're all things that you take away from it into
Yeah.
your life outside now after doing it? Yeah.
The skills and the sense of peace that we find with the fire and the tools and just doing something instead of what you would normally do in your day-to-day routine. Making something out of nothing is just the main thing for me. Turning a piece of wood that I would normally throw on the fire into something I can actually use. It's just amazing.
When it's raining, when it's cold, you just got to dress for the occasion coming. Dress up warm if it's cold, or dress up in
And-
waterproofs. But there's always stuff that protects you, like the weather here.
And it doesn't get that windy. It doesn't get that windy here. We get a little bit of wind, but because we got all these trees around us,
It's
in
enclosed.
the forest, we
Have
don't
you-
get much wind. The worst I'd say is rain, but because of the tarpaulin, we're good. And if you are cold, we don't mind sharing jackets if someone is hot.
Yeah. And as well,
Nice.
best thing is when it's sunny and it's in the summer, it's gorgeous out here because with the
Sun
trees,
beams
it just
through.
beams through the trees and the leaves, and you see
Oh,
all
it's
different
so
rays
beautiful.
coming off, and it's gorgeous. And then you see all the different flowers.
Oh, good shot.
What if there are more people here? That change it.
It depends how many. I reckon the
And
maximum would be like 6,
Yeah, and
7.
it depends what type of people they are.
Well, that's the thing. When you come here as
Yeah.
your own person, and
We
you
got-
say who you are and what you're about, and everyone else accepts that.
yeah.
What if this was a classroom in a school or something?
No.
Do you reckon you guys
Would
would
work.
get
No.
on in the same way? Do you reckon you treat
No,
us with
because
the same
basically
respect?
where we're all cooped up in a small place, we're trying to work individually on different subjects because, say, we're all different ages or we're all different in different groups of studying. One might be brainier than the other, so then someone will feel slower learner, and then they get all depressed, and they might have a go at someone or something like that. So it's very, once everything's enclosed, it's very explodable. But as I say, once everything's out and about, you've got space to breathe.
I suppose two things have really struck me about this, what's happened here, what I've seen happening, is how much the guys who've been here have come together as a group, and this kind of stuff they've shared, the sort of intimate, personal problems they're going through in their lives, and how they've managed to sort of talk them through, and really, help each other. There's a real sense of looking out for each other. There's a real sense of group has developed.
And that's been without much prompting as well, isn't it?
That's been very little prompting. I mean, we just do it. We feed each other. We help each other in working, and I think that reflects in how we just sort of get this sense of we're all here to help each other. Maybe because we're in nature, we're in the sort of wild.
We're all
We stick together, because the big bad wolf or the bears are out there going to eat us. I don't know if it kicks in something primal in there. And I suppose the other thing that really struck me that I hadn't thought would happen so quickly is how the skills that we're developing,
I've done that before, it hurts.
we're taking them into other areas of our lives. Like making other things. The axe gets broken. Oh well, with a knife and the same tools, we can make a new handle.
What aren't we doing that you'd like to see? What is the course not giving you that you think? How could we improve the course?
A vegetable garden here.
Do you want to grow something here?
Yeah, because it would be good.
Yeah,
then
more about surviving off the land.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to see.
So it's
Surviving
like
off the land. and,
old time
Foraging.
skills,
yeah, foraging.
like
So
landscape
what-
skills and stuff like that.
So expand, because we're like doing the spoons is quite specific,
Yeah.
and there are other bushcraft skills
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you guys might be interested in.
Yeah, doing like survival skills to a certain extent, like
Like Ray Mills.
building things out of the nature. So see all like the fern, I done the survival skills and we built a shelter out of fern. It'd be better if you'd done stuff like that, as well as like growing vegetables on patches like on this type of mud. So see what type of vegetables grow in this type of mud, and just life skills out and about and stuff like that. So yeah, doing
What
stuff.
about some basic skills like tying
Yeah.
knots,
Yeah.
Trying.
Well,
rope,
yeah,
rope work, lashing.
well, making rope from nothing, I'd like to learn how to do that.
Me too.
Yeah,
What would
Out,
that
out
with
of
rope?
like
fine.
yeah, like
Nettles.
Yeah,
Nettles you can make
Nettles.
cords.
Brambles.
Yeah, sort of thing.
You know, when you're talking about making dens or making survival shelters, I'm just thinking those basic skills
ropes.
of how to do a square lashing.
Yeah,
You know, how to
ropes,
join
definitely.
two bits of
You're
rope,
gonna need
two bits of wood
knots.
together.
Yeah.
So you've got to be good with knots.
So would you like to see some more practical kind of woodwork?
Yeah, more wooden skills, basically
Using the knife skills, and
doing the
everything
joints
that
as
we've
well. Yeah, instead of
got
using
to build something that we could make the spoons again in.
instead of using artificial like rope and stuff like that, getting the natural stuff
Yeah,
and making
all
it
all
ourselves.
natural.
and then doing it all ourselves and seeing something that's made at the end,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Ourselves from
That-
natural.
that-
So you're still
ingredients.
kind of like honing in on the self-sufficiency.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Basically, with me, as this weren't for like spoon making stuff like that. It was mainly for me just to get in with the community again, real people, instead of being instead of being a robot on the computer in my bedroom or in the house playing a computer on army games. This was more for getting self-respect and self-confidence back, meeting other people, new people. I didn't know none of these guys, and we all just met like friends, and like we knew each other for years, like.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, because to a certain extent we've got things in common, like the common grounds that we come here for is we've all got certain bits in common. Yeah. So there's something about that
It's
one
mutual ground.
Yes.
We first met each other and we're just like, you.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we just both
Yeah.
started speaking about our
lives
problems
and
and our
what's
problems
going
and
on.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just trying to fix it by talking. And like, that's the main thing that I found was good for me. That's all I mainly come here for. So yeah.
Outlet. As an
So
outlet.
you find
for-
it. So you find it quite a nurturing environment.
Yeah.
And do you think like you giving up weed? Has that been involved with coming here? Do you think? that something you would've
yeah,
come to anyway?
it's basically
Keep
like,
myself occupied.
yeah. Making the spoons has helped a lot with the craving at the back of my head saying go smoke a spliff, I'll go out and make advance on my spoons as the best I can, but it's like it was halfway. I've been wanting to quit, and you came around the right time that I was about to quit, so yeah.
So is it fair to say it's helped you find a bit of focus?
Yeah, it's just focused me onto something else, and different part of my life that I never knew existed.
2 of my spoons have broke. Well, one of them was anger. I was supposed to they were both quite anger, weren't they?
So you broke your spoons.
Yeah, I broke my spoons, but I'm in the creation of another one, which is probably gonna be stronger. So what if I'm angry?
Don't throw your spoon.
I didn't throw it. I
Don't
just
break your
snapped it
spoon.
with my hands. When I come here, I could just calm and just be relaxed. Don't have to worry about anything other than my spoon or my sausages and stuff like that. So I don't have to worry about my life, what's in the future, what's in the past. Just worry about what's going on now.
If you want to be a caveman, you can pick up an axe and go be a caveman to a piece of log and chop it up, and that's the best thing. Like, because our natural instinct of a human being is being a caveman, getting angry, and smashing things up. So it's good to get that stress out, because you've got everything building up for the week, and you're waiting for Tuesday to come just to go and get an axe, a massive axe, and get a piece of wood that you could just chop and chop and chop, and like. And you could just carry on doing it and doing it and doing it, and you're still getting satisfaction because you're winning against that log, because that's the way you've got to see it.
How I see anger is a good thing, just like any other emotion. It's a good thing, and finding an outlet for it is even better. And coming here and chopping up a log is a great outlet for anger, and we all have anger building up inside of us, but we don't know how
Well,
to channel
before-
that anger.
Before I come here, I used to like be stuck indoors, and me and my
Flip
mum
out.
would have a lot of
Yeah,
arguments,
yeah.
and I used to hit my mum, hurt my mum. I still do it now, but not as much like as before, because where before she would get on my nerves and everything else get on my nerves as well in the day, I wouldn't have nothing to release it out of, and then she's the only thing that I could, because I was stuck indoors with my girlfriend. So like coming here is a lot easier and a lot better on coping with my anger and stress problems, instead of letting it build up and bottle up and being a volcano at the end of it and hurting someone. Then I could just go chop a log up like and stuff like that.
These guys have learnt a huge amount about themselves in their own confidence, that they'll know how to pick up a knife and whittle themselves a spoon, or create something for themselves, but also they'll understand more that they can create something from nothing.
So it's not about the spoon so much as just the act of creation.
It's the act of creation and the empowerment and the sense of I can. Hopefully they'll have more of a sense of I can and I will.